Hello, everyone. Now we're here at the Maruti Suzuki Imagine Next, building the future as we go. And here with us today are two innovators. Please welcome Mr. Anand Kutre, founder and CEO True Assist, and Mr. Nanda Kishore, co-founder and CEO Enmovil. Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to, we're going to have a chat about, your startup, how this baby came alive, and of course, your, collaboration with Maruti Suzuki. And I'm going to start with you, Anand. Sure. Tell me, first of all, explain your startup to me, explain your product to me.
We are into assistive technology, and we make products which allow senior citizens and disabled to be mobile, more independent. Our products are based which allow help people to get in and out of cars and buildings. So that's the space we're into.
But what is your story? How did this come alive? What made you go ahead with this idea?
For this particular concept or this particular field, what we are doing today is, for us, is more of passion and emotion.
Right.
We started more as a consulting firm in the automotive industry, and then we came across this product for a different OEM, and then I kind of looked back my journey back in the US and saw how these products are already there in the Western world, but they are missing here. So that's where I thought, something has to be done here. So I started my own funding and developed these products, but of an international quality, designed for India. So with each, once I started, it was more out of passion, as I said before, and it started to pick up on its own. People, there was a big need. They started to connect to it, and it went, it started to grow. So that's where I thought, okay, I stopped all my other consulting work and then focused only on the assistive products.
So what were your former years like before you became an entrepreneur?
After my graduation, I was in the US. I spent there 6 years, and I always wanted to come back and do something here. I came back after 6 years and started pretty much on my own. Did some initial work in engineering services, then went on to do more work on focusing on innovation for India. I did a lot of projects for different OEMs. I did some projects for tea harvesting in all different fields, and kind of finally now settled down into assistive tech. But because, as I said, it's more out of emotion as well, and disconnecting to people. There is a genuine need. There's a lot of aging population. So that's how the journey has been.
Beautiful. This amazes me. What an impact on the society. What's your story, Nan?
We essentially are in the supply chain logistics. We are a multi-model enterprise solution that essentially help the manufacturing industry, the OEMs, with their logistic problems. Now, we did start off early 2016, and when we did, we came in with a different idea. We wanted to do something else. But then very, very quickly, we realized that the manufacturing logistics, there is a lot of gap that can be filled. While there are other industries where technology has evolved, and there is a lot of technological practices that are being followed and benefited, logistics was one such place where there wasn't many. And that gave us an idea that basically helped us pivot into the manufacturing logistics and take things forward. And that's how we've been doing this. Except we have three founders, all three of us. I come from the software background. The other two partners essentially come in from the autonomous driving background.
Right.
When they worked with the last stint before Enmovil, they were with NVIDIA. Both of them, either as Ravi, my partner, was head of, he was the director for hardware engineering, and Ravi Venkat was our firmware expert. So that essentially put us in the right place to be able to do something on the logistics space.
Right.
It came naturally to us that way. And that's how we started off.
So how did the mail program come into picture for you then?
Mail program came into us in 2019. Essentially, we were one of the first. We were the first batch. We were part of the first batch. Though we did not win the cohort, we essentially were the first to be onboarded by Maruti. We were the first startup to be onboarded by Maruti.
You didn't get demotivated, or?
We did. We were heartbroken. And in fact, the funny thing was, I and Ravi, we were the only two people who were scurrying around the entire floor on the event when we realized that we didn't get the award. we were sure we were going to get it.
Right.
But then we didn't. And incidentally, the same time this New Zealand England World Cup had happened.
Oh, I was
Okay.
hosting it, the
Yeah,
2019 World Cup.
so though there were a lot of people who were even coming and talking to us saying that you are the New Zealand for today.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
so-
the dark horses.
It proved to be right because Mail did realize, though, winning the cohort was probably important, but winning a contract was even more important. And Mail did realize, and that's been the strength of the program too, that they are able to identify beyond the grades and ranks the potential of the startups and be able to help them.
And I'll tell you something now. You don't want to be in New Zealand for too long.
I don't.
Because they are not winning a World Cup.
No, they are
So
not.
you want to be England.
We
Because
want to
they're
be
winning
India,
T20.
actually.
You want to be India. Correct. But here's hoping the ODI goes our way. But that's great. So what about the Mail program for you though?
Actually, we're part of the first incubation program with IIM Bangalore. So for us, we were not sure whether, unlike other OEMs, Maruti will look into the space. So we're a bit reluctant, but then we applied for it, we went through it, and then finally we were the first winners of the program. So that's we were for about 9 months we were groomed by both the Maruti team and IIM Bangalore team to in different aspects, in technical aspect with an engineering team, and then some business aspects, presentations with IIM Bangalore. So it was a long 9-month program, and then finally we had to go several pitches, and there was a technical pitch, management pitch, and then we emerged as the first winners of this
What
program.
a contrast of two entrepreneurs sitting right next to me. Okay, all right.
So yeah, it was great. I mean, we, as I said, Maruti thought of this, this space because it is very much needed, and that was a big, for us winning this program. So from here, I think Maruti being one of the largest automaker in India, and you can see how the impact will spread. So that was the key takeaway for us from this.
So how is Maruti Suzuki's innovation program different from other programs that exist in the industry?
First of all, as I said, they are looking into spaces where all other OEMs are not.
Okay.
So they're thinking ahead, and not only thinking ahead, but they're also trying to implement it. So I have been especially in automotive industry for past 25 years. I have worked with all global OEMs in India, outside of India, and but they are looking specifically for the India market, and as I said, much ahead of it, and they want to do it. So that is the major difference between other OEMs and Maruti.
Interesting. He's England. He's winning ODI, he's winning T20, he's winning it all.
Absolutely.
कोई बात नहीं, अपना time आएगा यार.
Yeah, we'll ramp him onto our team.
That's the way. What about you? How did you find the innovation program to be different, and in what other ways are they providing more from other competitors in the industry?
Their approach is very, very different in a sense that they select the startups which belong to this industry, which are the need today, and they nurture, they help during the incubation, that cohort phase, in terms of they directly put us in touch with their operations teams, the teams which are the end users of this particular product. So we're not doing this program somewhere. We're actually doing it with the teams that are probably, if everything goes well, they are the ones who are going to use it. So that gives the startups immense advantage. We get access to people and we get access to the teams that and the problems that they have directly, instead of we assuming from the market. It puts us right there, and then. After that, once a cohort is done, they don't leave you. In fact, our story essentially has been that, 2019 mid is when the cohort program was done. And by 2020, early 2020, we had already deployed our product. It was that quick. So the idea of mid program is always to look at go-to-market. It's not to do a cohort and then think about it, which we have found in many other startup cohorts from other OEMs and other places. But this one has been different. And during this entire journey of ours, from, like I said, from 2019 to now, mail program has always been there. They're always positioning us in other areas. Now, Maruti Suzuki, I mean, they're very big. There is a lot of opportunity for a company like us, for a product like us, to upsell and cross sell. So, and it's very hard for us to reach. I mean, it's a big ocean. So, mail program essentially is helping us put us in front of the right people and in different departments as well. That is how we've been able to grow. I mean, we started off with one contract, and today we are executing about 5 or 6 contracts with Maruti in different departments.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge help from them. I mean, mail program has been that one program that keeps on giving.
Oh, wow. No, kudos to that program, is because, I've been speaking to, other entrepreneurs also who are on board with them, and they've been saying similar things. And it's just so important for an entrepreneur to get that push, especially from a brand like Maruti Suzuki. I'm sure it means a lot. So, while I understand that, Anand, your product, the essence and the idea is out there to grip the customer, that because, you're impacting a certain section of the society that, others have not thought about. But what is yours? What is that idea? What is the core value? What is that USP of your product that really grips the customers?
Like I said, we are in the manufacturing logistics space.
Correct.
Now, there are a lot of gaps. There are a lot of stakeholders that are involved. A product like ours brings in that visibility, the transparency into the system, and we essentially are a planning solution. So we basically operate on multiple levels with the manufacturer. Also, we are able to provide them with that visibility. We are now helping them with their planning and predictions. So helps them both optimize on their cost, on their resources, and also look at sustainability, which is also one of the key factors today. Okay, and having access to the teams, the operations teams, and all that stuff has helped us build a world-class product. Essentially, now this product that we have, with the insights that we are getting from the mail and the Maruti Suzuki operations teams and the support teams, basically a product like ours is now ready for the world, not just for the Indian market.
Yeah.
And that's been a huge help from the innovation program.
It's incredible expansion. What were your takeaways from the innovation program?
So for us, as I said, it was a 9-month-long program. So we were given access to the engineering team. So we had a discussion with them. We got a product displayed, and then we had to there was engineering reviews and feedbacks were given so that our product is improved. So this was one of the major takeaways for us. So that because since we started, it was more of us on our own, and we had the first engagement with an OEM. So the OEM input is always important for the product to come out. So I think this was from the innovation aspect. This was the major takeaway for us.
So what were the inputs like?
So how to make the product better in terms of user experience, in terms of the ease of use. So these were the key inputs. Then how to make it ready for certification. So in India, this is also for us. It is most of the things have been like first. So the certification process is also going to be one of the first, and we are working closely with them. So how to make it certification ready, how to make it more durable. So these were the key inputs what we received from them.
Interesting. So how supportive was Maruti Suzuki in order for going to the market?
So we have started. We are not as ahead as them. So we have just started the engagement with them. So they are actually going out of the way to put this concept in the market, because it's, again, as I said, it's one of the first, and Maruti is the first OEM who wants to put it in a proper way. So they are exploring all different channels, making sure everything is okay, and it is something out of their comfort zone. They are stepping out and trying to make this happen. So,
what about you, Maruti Suzuki support in your journey of going to the market?
Absolutely. I mean, look at us. I mean, from 2019 to here, we have, like I said, we have got the opportunity to expand within Maruti. Today, we probably are the leaders in the automotive logistics space in India. We have a product that the Maruti Suzuki teams have helped become world class and and it is now we've been talking to the international markets as well. We've got validation that the product is solid and it has got viability even in the international markets, and that would not have happened without the help of Maruti Suzuki and the innovation programs and the teams, the all the operations teams and the teams that have been interacting with us for the last 3-4 years now. It's been amazing. I mean, without them, I don't know which direction we would have headed.
Lovely. Well, you did speak about your core team, about the other founders. What is your core team like?
So as I said, I started mainly on my own typically,
Right.
and then since we saw this space growing, my co-founder, who is also my wife, she joined me. She quit her job in the IT business, and then she's taking care of mainly the product positioning and sales and marketing. I'm more of a technical person, so I'm looking at the product design and again future products. So that's all is currently we are core team, and we have a couple of good designers with us who do the engineering design aspect of it. So yeah, we have a pretty small team.
Beautiful. Partnership at home, partnership in office.
Yeah.
All right. So, who are the entrepreneurs that you look up to? Who's like your role model?
Will look very cliched, but I believe Elon Musk. He's been crazy. We come from the technology background, and we really look up to it. We believe, I and my partners, we believe that the next startup of ours will be to build a rocket or something.
I was just about to ask, are you getting into the space?
We probably would.
Space.
We believe we can. We are here now. We'll do that then.
Beautiful. What about you, Anand?
For me, it has been Steve Jobs, mainly from a product perspective, because the thought he puts in each and every product, or the detailing of the product is very important. So there are no flaws. Everything is neat, simple. Main thing is it's very simple. If you look at any Apple product, it's very simple, and that's why what I did when I was designing the products. I want to make it very simple, so people when they're using, they should not feel anything. They should just be very intuitive, so that the sliding motion or the effort what they are putting is very minimal. So yeah, that was a big inspiration for me.
So thank you so much for joining us in this chat, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And there's plenty more to look forward to in this Auto Expo, so you stay tuned.